which means that put me over my number of players, so I had to drop DeMarcus Lawrence. What a fucking trade, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got...
And this is our keeper league.
Yep.
So...
You got that and the whipped cream.
Listen to this fucking crazy team. We get 4 keepers. DeAndre Hopkins, Ezekiel Elliott, Todd Gurley.
Yeah, he lights it up.
And Golden Tate is always a fantasy fucking freak. So my 4th keeper, could it be him? Depending on how Dak Prescott does, could it be him? Usually I can get Dak Prescott without a problem. Kerryon Johnson's got the potential to be a fucking monster.
Yep.
Could it be him? Evan Ingram might be the best tight end in the NFL right now. Could he be the player I keep?
I don't know about that.
David Montgomery? Like, right now...
But wait, see if he lights
yeah,
it
we're
up
going to see
tonight.
him in a little bit. If he plays as well as I think he's going to play, I can see myself using the 4th keeper position on him.
Yep. Stays healthy, keeps out of trouble.
So...
Lights it up.
This just... I'm going to miss having Amari Cooper because he's my big play receiver to balance DeAndre Hopkins.
The other thing that's honestly amazing too is like last year in the first half of the season, Amari Cooper was doing hardly anything out in Oakland, and then as soon as you send him to Dallas, he changes jerseys. He's like
the first
totally
game he was pedestrian.
Yep.
The second game, because I think he got traded on a
Thursday right at the deadline, right?
I think he got traded on a Thursday to the Cowboys, who were playing on Sunday. And so obviously he's not going to have the whole playbook down and ready to go. So you forgive that first week. He had, not a great week. But then he just lit it up for 5 straight weeks. And Dak looked like a deadly quarterback. Because now he has a running back that can handle the entire game. He has a wide receiver that's a legitimate weapon.
Yep.
And then that opened up other players.
I'm curious to see how Michael Gallup does.
He's getting better. He's not progressing the way I wanted to see him progress.
Could be a dangerous option though, if they,
He could be, and I know you guys, especially Tony, has been laughing. I think Randall Cobb in the slot, playing that Cole Beasley type role, I think he's going to be just fine.
If he can stay healthy.
And then you also forget that you've got a guy that if you get the ball in his hands, he could take it the distance. He's that fast in Tavon Austin.
Yep. So you had Randall Cobb's the slot?
Yeah, probably.
No. And of course you got Witten.
And Blake Jarwin was coming on at the end of last season. So the Cowboys, not to make this whole thing about the Cowboys,
They're pretty solid.
Yeah, and then all the players that they've signed recently. L. Collins getting his money, Jalen Smith getting his money. That just leaves 3 players that the Cowboys need to worry about getting money to, and that's Dak, Amari, and Byron Jones. After that, they're pretty set because Connor Williams, the offensive line is signed through 2023. They're all good. Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Lel Collins, and Connor Williams on his rookie deal. They are all set. Leighton Vander Esch on a rookie deal.
Okay. So
Jalen Smith just got paid. DeMarcus Lawrence just got paid. Robert Quinn is still on the contract that the Cowboys took when they traded for him. All right, Malik Collins just coming back from injury. He's going to be cheap when they need to re-sign him. All right.
Yep.
And then you got the linebackers. You got Sean Lee, who's going to take a lot less money because he's an aging veteran who's probably going to be out of the league in 2 years. And then in the secondary, you've got Xavier Woods, still on his rookie contract. You've got, like I said, Byron Jones, who's going to get paid big money because he can play any position in the secondary. He can play free safety, he can play strong safety, he can play corner. Hell, I'm sure if you lined him up at linebacker, he could play linebacker just fine.
Probably.
I don't know about size-wise if he could do it, but mentality and knowing what to do and having the ability to play linebacker, he could do it. It's just, is he going to be strong enough to handle tight ends? That would be the thing for me. But, so he'll get paid. Then you've got Chidobe Awuzie, Jordan Lewis, who are still on their rookie contracts. Jeff Heath, who's probably going to be gone next season anyways. So right now, if I had to venture a guess, I'd say your starting secondary next season, if not midway through this season, is going to be Jordan Lewis and Chidobe Awuzie at the corners, and move Byron Jones to safety with Xavier Woods. That's going to be your starting secondary. Not horrible. I mean, not great. Byron Jones is definitely solid. And the other three are definitely getting better. And then on the defensive line, you have a first-round draft pick just sitting there waiting to get his opportunity in Taco Charlton at the end. Linebackers, do you need anything more than fucking Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith?
Doesn't seem to be. Especially last year, just shutting down a lot of running
They
games.
fucked the Saints up.
No.
They fucked up Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. Made Drew Brees beat them passing, and he couldn't do it.
That game was crazy. And that's just it. I think, that totally went against, against what it was expected.
Yeah. So let's move on from the Cowboys. What were we even talking about? Oh, fantasy teams.
Yep.
We were talking about fantasy.
You're asking me, asking about other players that go against your,
And then let's go to my league that I'm in with Scott for his podcast, Run the Point. Quarterback, Dak Prescott, obviously. Starting running backs, Nick Chubb, Kerryon Johnson. Okay. DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Boyd. My tight end in this league is O.J. Howard. David Montgomery, Cowboys defense.
Yep.
Matt Bryant is my kicker. DJ Moore on the bench. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm taking the same players in like every draft. Devin Singletary, Golden Tate, Tony Pollard, Michael Gallup, Jacoby Brissett is my backup quarterback, and Naheem Hines.
Yep.
As another running back on the bench.
Yeah, he was kind of a solid option in Indy.
Yeah, and they're going to need him a lot more now that Andrew Luck isn't playing.
Yeah. Because
you can't just run Marlon Mack every play.
No.
He's going to need a break. Otherwise, you're going to make him the next Andrew Luck.
Well, I think even so, too, you're seeing a lot more of the split backs, even a lot of the other teams now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Seem to be. I think you're going to see that. Of course, in Buffalo, you're going to be seeing a ton of that now. I imagine they'll bring in Frank Gore every now and then as a third down guy. But yeah, gone are the days where it seems like you had like one premier, running back taking the lead. And
all right, I'm trying to get into the sleeper league, but it's giving me problems. Can you try and get into the app? It's giving me issues.
But yeah, you're saying you're seeing a lot of repeat players, and I think that, it comes to be pretty common when you draft quite a few teams.
Which I have 5. I thought I had 6, but I have 5. Anytime I go to select my team, it kicks me out and tells me to create a league.
Okay. Yes, and it also told me this too. Something went bust like Jamarcus Russell.
What?
This is what I got. Oops, something went bust like Jamarcus Russell.
That's great.
Right here. Shit, I just lost it. See if I can bring it back up.
Something went bust like Jamarcus Russell. Rob Gronkowski is trending up. He's been added in 45,514 leagues.
There you go.
Oops, something went bust like Jamarcus Russell. Jesus Christ, man, they're savage.
Now we got to send that to the group because that's gold.
Yeah, take a picture of that, send it to the group. Oh, man. Fantasy football, it's a lot of fun. It's also a lot of work, and I am so happy that I'm living in the digital age for fantasy football and not having to fucking look at
Well, we were talking about this earlier, even to a little bit of extent. Especially when you got the app running, which, I mean, let's face it, nowadays we're drafting from the phone. We're going to set the lineup from the phone. Gone are the days of, I guess unless it's on a rare occasion of changing up your lineup from your laptop. But the fact that, if you get into a ton of leagues like I tend to like to do every year, that in at least 6 of those leagues, they'll let you just optimize and walk away.
Yeah.
If you're happy with your starting guys, they're looking like they're going to score, the expected number of points every week, that you can set your lineup with one click of a button and be done with 6 leagues in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy. You just do it for your morning poop. When you're on the shitter, just hit the optimize button.
2 birds with 1 stone.
And the NFL season has kicked off. First play of the game is a touchback.
Oh. Whoever thought that's how we kick off the 100th season of the NFL?
Oh, I don't know. The fucking commissioner.
I wonder if they were to, look back and be like, do a whole bet on that, like back in like the 1950s. When we hit the 100th season, or not even, could be any year. What's going to be the first play of the game?
Yeah, I don't know. But, excuse me. Whew. The Green Bay Packers will have the first offensive play of the 2019 NFL season.
Instead of bringing 3 wide, single back. No.
And it's a run for no gain. Okay. This isn't a broadcast, so we're just looking at the...
Yeah, looking at the guys like walking around and getting ready to play.
Yeah, so we're just talking about the first play. If you're not watching the NFL game right now, you are missing out. It's the first game of the 100th season of the NFL.
Another eye. Throws. No, not much there either.
All right.
That Bears defense is looking pretty promising so far.
So far it is.
Only 2 plays in.
Dan Beebe, what do you say right now we move on to making our weekly picks?
All right.
Now, because we have the other dickheads aren't here and we don't have all their picks.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, Tony got back to me.
He sent some of them. There was only 7 of the 10.
He, the other day, I sent the first 2. Only I gave you 7. So he sent...
Yeah, he was missing a couple of the games.
Oh, let's see.
He was missing the Syracuse game. So we'll not divulge his picks. And Dan O'Shea didn't give all of his picks. He only gave the first couple as well. So we'll just make our picks, and the listeners will have to just trust that we're not lying to them about Dan O'Shea and Tony Casper's
Trust the process.
picks. So last week, Dan Beebe,
yes,
massive 8-2.
Nailed it.
Tony, close behind, 7-3. Dan O'Shea at 6-4. And me all the way down at the bottom going 4-6.
No, it's early. I mean,
This is shaping up to be just like last season. That means, Dan Beebe, you, and you alone, got to pick which games we would be choosing from.
Well, 10, man.
And the rules on this are, there are no rules. You can come up with whatever you want.
All kinds of crazy shit.
I've done things like...
Who's going to piss themselves in week 15?
I've done things like, will there be a safety this week? I think was one of them.
Yeah. Is Phillip Rivers going to throw 2 or 3 interceptions, stuff like that? Is Phillip Rivers going to blow the game?
I think one of them was like, will Nate Peterman have more interceptions or yards?
Yeah, actually.
Or no, it was interceptions or completions. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So, what, Dan Beebe, did you pick for us to choose from?
All right, so we came up with three. We'll do the NFL first. How's it sound?
We'll do the NFL first as per Dan Beebe's request. And if you hear typing,